Good evening, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, guys and gals. This is Ernest O'Dell with the GDI Power Team training. And I thought I would just come on here a little bit live and we would do a Q&A this evening. If anybody uh, on the team, or even if you're not on the team, uh, send me a friend request. And if you've got some comments to post them down here below the video. Uh, if you got questions, you can put your questions in there. Any of my team members who want to come on here live, send me a or not a friend request, but send me a private message over here on Messenger, and I'll send you the invite to come in, and you can get on screen with me. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm wearing my Dish Network shirt. Well, it's black and it looks good. Hot tea gets me wired up. Gets me wired up for the night. How is everybody doing? Okay. I tell you what, it's been a great day today. It was 76 degrees, moderate here in Lubbock, Texas. Beautiful day, sunshiny. Very little breeze, not much breeze. See, who all do we have on? We've got somebody from Lubbock Remote Jobs. We are broadcasting on the Ernest O'Dell GDI Power Team group, Lubbock Remote Jobs group. Jump in and post a comment below this video, and it'll probably ask you for your to give permission. If you look, I don't think I put anything down there. You have to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook to give it permission. Just had somebody on the Ernest O'Dell site jump off. Marissa. Okay. I am going to share my screen. Now, this is not kind of, the what we call the Thursday night and Saturday night training. We are going to share our full screen here. And I am just going to jump over here on the blog and show you guys that are running blogs. I'm going to show you how to monetize your blog tonight. Now, we're not going to be very long. As a matter of fact, I'm going to set this timer for 30 minutes so I don't go over. Okay? So we don't go over too long. I have been using this little plug-in on my websites, my blogs, WordPress, called AdPlug, ADPLUGG.com. I don't know if they have an affiliate program, if they have a referral program or not, but it's a plug-in that you can get for your blogs. And you can put banners and run your own advertising on the blog, or you can run paid advertising. Okay. And I'm going to just scroll down here a little bit and show you. Here are some of those ads. These are 250 pixel by 250 pixel, equal height and width. Okay. And I've got it set where if somebody's visiting your site and you're running one of these banners, a little 250 by 250 square, that loads up and takes them to the capture page for your site. And of course, I'm using this to go to the same site. So I've got two different banners, two different types of banners to go to the same site. Okay. And here is one where if someone is visiting my blog and they want some traffic, classified submissions, this site works very well. I've been using this for several years, classified submissions. And we even have some more. Down here, I've been using Rebrandable Traffic. And this is the traffic source that caused my server to crash on me back in 2016. I was using Rebrandable Traffic back in 2016, and I had about 100,000 hits in one day. And I said, "Uh-oh, this is not going to work," and it crashed my server. I got a nasty phone call from my hosting company. So I kind of dialed it back where it was doing about 100,000 in 2 weeks. Okay, 100,000 hits in one day was a little heavy for the server, so I had to upgrade the server and go from a shared server to a dedicated server. And now I'm running two websites over on the dedicated server, so it's got a lot more bandwidth, and it can handle it now, but back then it couldn't handle it. Here's one quick ad. You want some free ads? You can post all over the place, post in all cities. They have ads in foreign countries, all United States. They even have paid ads, and it's cheap. It's cheap. So, if you want to set up and monetize your site with some ads, you can do that. Now, here's a little ad I put in. I think it's about a 250 by 125. And this goes over to Cindy Tilson's Making Easy Dollar site, over to my page. It's my default page over there. It's a little freebie site. This is the front end to the Zaz, okay? And a lot of people got started in this, in the freebie industry. Now, these two are blank. They don't go anywhere. I don't have them triggered. And where you plug the widget in to your blog, and then you go over to adplug.com into your account, and then you set where the traffic goes, okay? And they have zones and rotators, so every time your page loads, you can put a different banner in there. You can run all kinds of sizes. You can put space in between the ads if you want to. You can put 460, 468 by 60 small banners, 728 by 90 large leaderboard banners, and then you can put all kinds of size. If you wanted to put a very long, tall tower in there, one of those big 160 or 250 by 600 or something like that, you could put a skyscraper. I like to run just the small ads, and here is big city advertising. I've been on the phone with these people all the time. We just call each other and chat all the time. For $50 a year, this is good advertising, okay? When I get the traffic back up, I've always had a few spaces where it was available. And I will even design the ad if they don't have a 250 by 250. But I wanted to get on here and have a little Q&A and chat with people and show people that you can actually make money with your blog on the side, and you can back in monetize, okay? So let's get back over and close that. Now we see where these ads go. And it's real easy to put the widget in on your back office. I can go down here and log in to my account, if I wanted to log in on my blog here, and I'm looking at plugins, don't have to, do that. I go to Appearance and Widgets. Okay. Click on Widgets, and there's the ad plug. Okay. And basically, I would put it on the sidebar area where I want it to go. I could put it over in the front page sidebar section. I could put it in the footer. I'd have to set up separate zones to run like a rotator ad for, maybe banner ads or 768 by 90, something like that, because you don't want to get a whole bunch of long banners on the bottom of your website. If you're going to offer premium space, then right below these thumbnails on this particular theme, there's 4 thumbnails. I got another article I got to put in here. I don't have it plugged in over on the ernestodell.ws, but I do have it plugged in over at ernestodell.com. Okay. And we got the same ad plug widget running on the other blog. So you can plug this thing in. And it's basically, I think on the pro version with ad plug paid, it's like $10 a month. If you go over that, over the cap of your impressions, then you can just pay the difference. I think I paid something like $8.64 on my last month's usage. And they got all kinds of neat plugins that you can put into your blog. Okay. I've also got my Twitter plugged in over here on my blog, and you could plug in Twitter over here. What you would have to do is, the way I got this set up, when I put a post up here or in a group, it goes to Twitter, and then it bounces over here, comes over to from Twitter into my blog. I got it plugged in. I've got to sit down and look at it one of these days and map it. But yeah, you can do this. So I thought I would open it up to discussion, and if anybody had any questions, to come in and ask questions, jump in if you want to. If you're over on my YouTube channels, or if you're in the other groups, I've got one person sitting on my YouTube channel right now. If you want to jump in there and make a comment, your comment will show up here. If you want to jump in, you'd have to log into your Facebook account to come over here. But I am open for questions and answers on the Q&A. Our normal training for GDI and blog training and advertising and marketing is on Thursdays and Saturdays at 9 p.m. Eastern each Thursday and Saturday, and 0200 over in London GMT. It's always available for replay. This is some good tea. This is some good tea. Russ, hey, good to see you here. Russ Fye, you're very welcome, sir. We are definitely open to answering questions and training anybody that wants to come in and use this system. One of the biggest complaints that I've heard from a lot of people that come into GDI or coming back to GDI, They said, well, you know, my sponsor left and dropped out, never communicated with me. I never heard from them again. They blocked me or one thing or another because they were just as green as everybody else. And they didn't know how to train. And while you don't have to be a guru and you don't have to be a genius with a triple digit IQ of 174 or anything like that, this is still easy to learn. You know, I mean, using StreamYard to train your group, do Q&A, it's not hard to learn. You don't have to be a genius to do this. You don't have to be a genius to do GDI. You don't have to be a genius to build a blog, okay? So let me go over here and I'll log out of that real quick. And let's go to my other blog over at blog.ernestodell.ws. This, I've got the Google Translate for the different languages. So if you're on a particular blog post, you know, you can take this and let's say we want to go to German, legitimate ways to make money online with your blog. Then it changes it to German and people can read it. And it's a machine translation, but it's pretty good. It gives a pretty good translation. Da die Websites und Blogger eine wichtig. And let's see, there is Myanmar Burmese. This is Tamil, and this is Spain or Spanish. So, formas legítimas de ganar dinero en línea con su blog. It doesn't translate the images, but it translates the comments and titles, comentarios recientes, recent comments. Archive, it changes the labels into categorías, archivo, nombres, trabajar desde casa. It changes the tags from English to Spanish, you know, and, you know, the regular name language, okay? So if I could put that in Bosnian, legitimizing zarado potom, Bosnia Herzegovina, Czech, Czechoslovakian, they're all kind of similar in the Slavic languages. Yiddish, Yiddish is Hebrew characters, but it's kind of a mix of Hebrew and German. If I went over to Kurdish, Kurd uses Latin characters, but it's really totally different. Georgian, German, let's see, Mongolian, Myanmar Burmese, let's see over here, Armenian, Azerbaijani. Azerbaijani is uses Latin characters, and Armenian uses their own alphabet, which is a little bit different than everybody else's. And like I said, it gives a pretty good, you know, machine translation. And then, of course, up here, I go back to show original and then close that, and it goes back to English. This is one of the plugins that I put in for Google Translate. There's a chat module that I use over on Global. Right here, you can, if you're online, you can chat with your visitors. They can send you a message and you can reply back. but you have to be logged in, and sometimes I do during the day. You could set this up. Now, here's where you could probably get into a double-edged sword. You can put your chat module on here, and then also include the translate, and somebody could be coming in from uh, Hawaiian, or let's see if China's in here. Bulgarian, I don't want to go Bulgarian. I don't do Chinese traditional, Chinese simplified. Okay. And they started using a Chinese keyboard. You might not be able to chat with them in Chinese. They'd have to be chatting in English. So, that could, possibly. But you could always reply back to them and say, "Hey, I don't speak Chinese. I don't type Chinese." And if they do, they can always come back and, switch their keyboards and type to you. And this increases your conversions when people want to know something about your website and your service or whatever you're advertising. Okay. So this advertising module, you can put in on just about any blog with that widget. Okay. So let's go back over to Show Original and close that and go back to English. So yeah, I could move this Google Translate button to the other side over here if I logged in, and I could put a chat module over here. Some of these plugins are easier to plug in than others. Some of them you have to go in and use a few settings. On the ad plug advertising, banner ads, you have to use a code to activate it, and it shows your ads. So when you go over and place your ads. So if you have any questions, feel free to jump in and put in a comment. I think Russ is still over there on my YouTube channel. I got 2 people over there on my YouTube channel right now. Go ahead and jump in and introduce yourself along with Russ. Let us know where you're at. Tell us what country you're from, what city you're in, or what state, if you don't want to say what city you're in. Don't let the government scare you. Yeah. I know a lot of people that think the government is watching every move you make, but, they are. If you listen to Edward Snowden, but you know what? I tell him, come take it. Let's see. What did Anthony say here regarding tomorrow? I can't make it at 8 a.m. Neither. Whoops. Let me hold on. Neither can I. I'm live online. So, that was Anthony. Answered him real quick. Let me send him the link address. All right. So Anthony is here. Anthony, comment below the video on the live stream, not in the messenger. If you want to introduce yourself and tell people where you're from, Russ is still here, and Russ is from Maine. Anthony is from South Africa. So Anthony's originally from Johannesburg, and he has traveled all over the world and very well versed in travel and safaris. Um, Loves dogs and animals. Okay. And anybody got a question, Q&A, that's what I'm here for. We got about 7 minutes left. If I don't get any questions, Thursday night, what I am going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show you guys how to plug this plug-in. Yeah, I could show you right now. I could show you the plug-in. Okay. Anthony keeps commenting over here on chat, but what Anthony needs to do is go over to the actual live stream and comment underneath the video. That way, his comments would show up on the screen and I could display them up here like I'm doing with Russ. Russ Phi, glad you could make it in on the YouTube stream. I've got several other people that I have sent this notification out to. And we are, let me refresh this page real quick. And here is a copy of the live stream. I've got several other people, and that was the audio. I've got it silenced because I don't want it double streaming, because then it'll start echoing. And this is really crazy when it starts doing that. So what you're looking at here is my Facebook page, and here it's on delay. It has about a 20-second delay. Okay. So what I'm going to do on the Thursday night training is I'm going to take this blog here and also this blog over here. I'm going to be working with Jeff Spangler. He's one of my team members. Jeff and I have worked together for about 7 years now, and I'm going to plug him in. Let me close that. Yes, in the chat. Support, great. Okay. That closes, and I plugged the chat in on his. Okay, so he can chat. All I have to do is, next time Jeff and I get together on private training, I'll get him set up on his access so he can log in and do this if he wants to. And we're going to be posting some more posts up here on his site. He's using just a little bit different template than what I'm using over here. Some similarities. But what I'm also going to do is probably plug in the ad plug for him so he can run ads over there, and maybe even put in the Google Translate. Now, on the Google Analytics, it's kind of invisible. It's transparent. You won't see anything about the Google Analytics, but I can log in to my Google Analytics and see how many people and from where and how many per hour, demographics. Google Analytics plugin is real easy. Just plug it in and let it run, okay, and set up the account and then activate it over on your Google account. Earl Grey tea with a little bergamot. Good stuff. We got about 4 minutes. If anybody has any questions, feel free to type them in. I can answer them later. If you don't want to jump in, don't be shy. Don't be shy. I've got a lot of friends that do this on a regular basis, and sometimes, I just like to hang out and show people how to build stuff, and make money with their blogs and monetize it on the back end. Can you imagine if you're getting a lot of traffic on your blog, okay? And I could put this on the GDI testimonial page as well. I could put ads over here on this page. I could plug in the ads on all my pages. I could put it on the GDI business opportunity page. Put it over on the GDI training, PLS training videos page. You can put this just about anywhere, okay? And I don't have it over here yet. So Thursday, I'm going to plug it in over here on the ernestodell.ws. $10 a month. This is a moneymaker. Over here, you can place ads for people. You can charge whatever you want, $25 a month, $100 a month. You could put bigger ad spaces in there. You could go with this is a 250 by 250. You could put, I think, up to a 300 width or a 350 or a 368. And I think I'd have to look at my cell code to see what the widget code is. I try to keep them all uniform because you go to a website and you see people with these different widths. It doesn't look right. Okay, this one is the only one that's a little bit smaller in height than the others. These are 250 by 250, and you notice that you click on that, it doesn't have any action, whereas these, you can set them to redirect to the next page or set it to open up a new tab. Okay, and there is a timer telling me that it's time for me to quit gabbing and get back with y'all on Thursday. So I'm going to stop sharing with Russ on my results with quick ads to promote GDI. It's cheap. I use it for tests, but the results are not all that great. Nothing to brag about. And I'm going to be just open with you. Okay. I am not going to BS you. Okay. Quick ads is nothing to write home to mama about. All right. It gets some traffic and I get a few, but a lot of that kind of depends on how well you write your ad, how well you design your banners, whether it, and if you got premium ads, if you've extended it for 6 weeks, 9 weeks, 90 days, if you put it on premium, featured ads, urgent, and flashing, quick ads, and classifiedads.com, it's free. You've really got to be tight with your keywords and SEO. The classified ads that I use over here classified submissions over at globalsuperaffiliates.com. I put this together the other night last week when Chad was online with me, and I think we had this thing up and running. It was under an hour. Bought the domain, paid for it, launched it, plugged it in, had it propagated, and had everything running. It was just this afternoon I put this little widget in. This here, I think they have several price structures. $39.95 a month. You can cancel anytime. You're not locked into any contracts. You can go quarterly for $77 every 3 months and save $42 over the monthly service. They've got order a 1 year service for a full year of $197. Now these people here, they do get them into other ad networks, and for $197 one-time payment for a year, you save $282. This is pretty good. I do get good traffic because I'm trying to think, what's the boy's name, the guy's name? I'm trying to think of his name. Matt. I think his name is Matt. He plugs them in to high SEO sites. Okay. And he gives you pro marketing software. There's all kinds. This guy's got all kinds of tools, for a free download. You can unsubscribe anytime. Sign up to his newsletter. You can really learn a lot. You can really learn a lot about classified ads. He puts them into the better ranking. I've gotten very good results of the classified ad sites that he plugs me into. But he's got a system that takes your ad and plugs it in. And I think that's per ad, if I'm not mistaken, because I only got one right now, and that's just going to my GDI page. Okay. Then Rebrandable Traffic. Now that, okay, you're welcome. You're very welcome, Russ. Rebrandable Traffic. I don't have anything running over there right now. Okay. I had 4 campaigns running. I don't refer a whole lot of people, although I have some referrals. You can buy credits over here. What I like is when you get into your campaigns, and you can go into, upgrade to unlimited and pay $19.95 a month per ad for one ad. Okay. Like this one right here. They give you a free trial. It's, a temporary offer. I think I don't know if it's 7 days or a month. Okay. But here's the customer report. Okay. Where you can actually, if you had traffic going to a particular place like this blog that I got, it would show you the status. Okay. I had the limit set for 1,000. Let's see what this one has. Okay, here, this is an old ad that I was running. And I had a total of 1,162 visitors. I haven't run it since on the fire. I don't know. It's been about a year, I guess, since I ran this. Well, it says 10/13/19 was the latest. And the IP address, this is worldwide. Okay. So if you look at their networks, they're using a lot of big traffic ad networks. media networks, PPC, contextual, international, mobile ads, categories, retargeting, info links. They've got, you know, uh, Chris Carafotis owns this over at IBO Toolbox. She also owns this, and she's getting traffic. But traffic being traffic, you might get tier one traffic, you might get tier two, tier three traffic. And it really kind of depends on where you're sending your traffic. Okay. So it's like this one here, it's going to, a proof rotator. Um, uh, they sign up. You know, I do a lot of testing over here, and I buy credits and just let it run. Okay. So you kind of have to play with it and see what works. I've had to, I have had some good luck over here. So if I go over here and I want to buy credits, yeah, you can buy through PayPal. Click on buy now, and it'll open up. And let's say I want to buy 5,000 credits for $9.95. Click on that. I would add it to the cart, and then I would select checkout, spin, and then I could go to express checkout on PayPal, and I could, pay for them right then, and then go in and assign those credits to my campaigns. Right now, I'm not going to do that, but it's a pretty good site. But you've really got to know how to target your keywords if you use this. And I'll do some training on this some other time, if we get into specific training for traffic sources and rebrandable traffic. Quick ad is, so. You get some is better than others. Big city advertising is another one. It's been about a month since I've talked to Linda, but for $49.95, and you can advertise in every major city in the United States. You can do all cities for $49.95. And you just click here to go to all cities, and it checks them all. You go down to the bottom and you write your ad. Okay, you do have to write your own ad description and then put in the ad title and include a link in your ad for people to go to. They don't do banner ads. You can put a banner in there. If you're going to do banner ads, this company doesn't have an affiliate program, but they do have some buy-sell ads. BuySellAds.com has major traffic networks, okay, and you can, put your ad in there with some major digital publishers. I used to do a lot of coaching for people to go into buy-sell ads. And because they have heavy readership in several hundred categories, you get good quality traffic. But again, you're paying for display ads and impressions, okay? So that being said, that's basically what I'm doing over here with this. It's impressions. I get a lot of impressions, and I get a lot of click-throughs depending on the quality of the ad itself. So if somebody's visiting your site and they look at that ad saying, "Would I want to click on that? Do I really want to look at it?" It's hard to read, okay? I would probably say no, and I'll change it. because you can't read it. This is a little easier to read, all right, but still, it would probably, for a 250 by 250, you got to make it readable and say a lot in a small space without being too wordy. Here, this kind of speaks for itself. It's very good for a 250 by 250 ad. Um, if I wanted to redirect this over to, I could fix this up with a PayPal account page where people could go over and select, one-time payment for 1 month or a residual, monthly rebill. I could have it redirected. It takes a little bit of programming. It takes a little bit of programming thought. Okay, and but we're willing to work with people. You're definitely going to get more than your basic green newbie training here. Okay, I've been doing this stuff for 24, 25 years. Um, can I show my screen? Oh, well, yeah, that might help if I go back and share my screen. Here I'm sitting here talking your leg off. Um, what I wanted to show you is this ad here. You know, um, place your ad. It's not clickable. I can make it clickable, and I can have it go over to um, a page where I collect payments through PayPal. I could send it over to one of my Skrill pages, or I could just tell them to send it to me by Cash App with a note, and then I can plug them in. Or I can send them to another capture page where they can plug in their ad, send me the ad content, upload and attach a banner. There's all kinds of ways, but first thing you do when you get into marketing and advertising and plugging this stuff in, you really do want to kind of sit down and strategize. You want to kind of line out your strategy and then program it, because this stuff here is the simple part. Getting it redirected to the right place and getting it paid for and then plugged in, that takes a little bit of work. And I've had people, send me ads that for things and places that I won't advertise. Okay. Do I need to elaborate on that? No. There's just some things when I drill down on their link, I'm saying, oh no, I can't accept your money, and I'll return the money. Uh, there's just some things I will not have on my website. Um, if it's legitimate, a legitimate business, and I'm going to do my research. I'm going to do a who is, and I'm going to drill down on it, and I'm going to do a BBB search, and I'm going to do a review and see if there's any complaints and scams. One of the programs that is out right now, and I know I'm pushing up towards the 1 hour mark, so we got about 10 minutes. I'm going to set this for 10 minutes since I'm already going over 30. This is probably not going to sit well with some of my people in my upline, but you can talk to me privately and I'll tell you. There's this one marketing program that is catching a lot of attention online that I will not recommend. Starts with an O, and they've been in launch for 3 years now. Okay. I'm not going to mention their name, but, when you start looking at one-time payments for something, drill down, do your homework. Okay. You can go to the Wayback Machine and type in their URL. You can go to whois.com and do an ownership. It's like right here, okay? Whois.com. And let's say I wanted to go to globalsuperaffiliates.com, which is my website. And I've got the information on privacy with Global Domains International, all the contact info. And you do want to put your domains on privacy, because if you don't, and they get your phone number and they get your contact email, you'll get more spam than Carter's got liver pills, okay? Whereas here they won't, okay? Here, ernestodell.com and ernestodell.ws, okay? Search ernestodell.com. I've got that being hosted over on Hosting Nation, and everything, as you notice here, it's redacted for privacy. Okay. That's so I don't get a bunch of scammers, because they will. ernestodell.ws is my other website that I showed you earlier. It's hosted over on Global Domains International server. I've had it registered since 2019 for a little over a year, almost 2 years, year and a half, September of 2019, and everything's been redacted. Well, I thought it was. It's supposed to be showing my name, ernestodell.w. Yeah, it's redacted. It's got the company's phone number up there. It doesn't have mine. Oof, I thought I was paying for the privacy. Yeah, it's $1 a month extra, but it's worth it. I'm telling you, it's worth it. So if I wanted to do a search for, let's say, ezinearticles.com real quick, they're hosted over on Two Cows, good domain company. Okay. They're up in Wisconsin. Here's their email. It's on a tiered access. ezinearticles.com. Everything else is redacted for privacy. And if you wanted to get in touch with Two Cows, you could call them at that number there. Okay. Here's one, dmsgroup.com. Used to be my domain years ago, and I let it go and somebody else got it. They're out of Florida. I think their home office is over in Miami. I used to own the domain dmsgroup.com, and I let it go because I just wasn't doing anything with it. It was a big ad agency, and they're doing digital media over at DMS Group, Digital Media Solutions, which is the name of my company. I'm not going to get into a copyright infringement with them and do anything. I've got DMS Group here in Lubbock, Digital Media Solutions, but I don't run it through the domain. Okay. And of course, they've got everything pretty much unredacted. Okay. Some do, some don't. So, do your homework, drill down, and, if you need some help, don't be shy about reaching out to me. Give me a call, 806-391-4963, 806-391-4963. Write it down once again, 806-891-4963. And let's see, 806-391-4963. And That's my phone number where you can get me. I answer that every time it rings. If I'm on the computer or if I'm on the phone, I'll answer it. Okay. It will ring. It's a Google number. It does not screen your call. But with all the calls that are coming in from your regular numbers and everything is scam likely, if I don't have anybody in there, I won't answer the call. I'll swipe and decline it. If you're not in my contact database, it's gone. Okay. Um, you're welcome. Did I answer all your questions, Russ? Okay. Let me know. If you have any other questions, don't be shy. We got about 5 minutes. I don't like to go much more than an hour. On Q&A, I figured since it was kind of short tonight, I went 30 minutes, but you're welcome to ask questions. As long as people are asking questions, I'll be glad to answer your questions. So this is a Google number, but I don't screen calls. I do answer it. If I'm on a phone call on another phone, I can answer a Google call because it does come in on my contacts as Google Voice. And I figure they're either responding to an ad or they're responding to one of these live streams. Okay. I consider those calls coming in from that number as legitimate. Okay. And I will answer your calls and your questions. If I'm on a computer, I can log in to my Google Voice account and just answer it from here and talk hands-free with the headphones. I really like this system. Okay. Thank you again, Russ. Feel free to give me a call. If you have any other questions, you think of something, write it down, give me a buzz. You can also catch up with me on the comment section for YouTube, or you can catch me over on Facebook. And Gwendolyn, hello. Man, girl, it's been years since you and I have talked. Where have you been? Gwendolyn Johnson and I have worked off and on for the past 7 years. I think we first got started over at Instant Rewards and U.S. Home Workforce when I was doing GoToMeeting. But this is much easier. Gwendolyn, tell Mr. Johnson I said hello. Good to see you. And since we're coming up to the top of the hour, I got about 2 minutes left. We've been going for 58 minutes and 30 seconds. I do want to thank everybody for showing up and coming in. Appreciate you coming here. Thank you all. And I will go ahead and close this and go off for the evening. Jump in. I will send out a notice ahead of time, about 8 to 10, maybe 12 hours ahead of time for Thursday. And yes, we did. Yes, we did do a lot of work over there. We learned a lot, didn't we, Gwen? Had a lot of good times and chat, and we still do. Okay. I can do some Zoom training, and we can also do, jump in on these live streams. But you have to be logged into your Facebook to get in on the live stream here. I can send you the invite link, and you can jump in with me. So we're going to call it an evening, okay? And thank you for showing up. And I'm going to close this out and say goodnight, because we are at the top of the hour, and it's been right at 1 hour and 15 seconds. So have a good night. Thanks. See you Thursday.